Hello everyone, my name is Cordia707 and today I'm going to be emphasizing the directions on how to do terror spikes because some people, Toxin, are having a very hard time drawing terror's spikes. Now, yes, they are pretty hectic, but actually to the side is where it gets easier for you because you don't have to do that weird top spike thing. So here we're going to get this over here. There we go. There we go. All right. So since I made terror, I basically have muscle memory of how to draw his spikes. So hopefully you can follow along with this, but it just goes like something like that. Probably doesn't help, but still. It's a little shaky because I was doing it slowly. I can do it really quickly though. Now it's okay if the spikes don't turn out right. You just need some practice. So if it helps you, get your base head down. It's like maybe for people who use circles, that would be it. Little emphasis on the snout part over there. Like here's one way to draw him. You can make a circle. There's his snout. Here. And then curve up and down. Connecting right back to that head. And boom. That doesn't connect to the head. And then hangs out from there. And the ear right there. Snout part's probably going to be a biggie, but whatever. That's if you want to use a circle. Which actually I think would be very good. I'm going to see if I can explain how to do the movement of the spike. I want you to kind of think of how, you know, in, what is it? Nightmare Before Christmas. You know how Jack Skellington, there's like this weird mountain thing. And while he's singing this song, he kind of like walks down here and it kind of outstretches for him. Kind of like that. I want you to think of this mountain right here when you're drawing terror spikes, but you don't want to make it like intensely curly right there. That was a part of his prototype. Okay, so you want, when you think of that's the basic movement of his spike. And then connecting to that would be another one just at an angle. And then, oh, it got cut off, but whatever. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this down right. It's hard to explain. The sonic spikes. Then there's fears. And then there's terrors. I guess you just need to kind of get the feel for it first. Like I would start out with Sonic the Hedgehog because that's the basic model that everyone's going off of here. And you can even make it Sonic EXE by making his ears pointy. Or at least that's what I like to do, you know, to kind of signify that this is not the Sonic you are looking for. This is Sonic EXE. Oh no. And another thing I do to tell the difference between the two is I make the shade of their fur and spikes differ. Like Sonic EXE is darker and more dusty looking rather than the bold blue that Sonic the Hedgehog has. I am not fond of using circles when drawing Sonic characters, by the way. I don't, except for, the body, which is another thing I should probably go over, because the body has spikes too. Okay, so we're going to draw a quick head here. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's what erasers are for. That was actually pretty good for a quick sketch right there. They're always grumpy when I draw them. Why is that? Okay, so spikes on the body. It's kind of like drawing it on the head, just shorter and less dramatic. And there's only 2. Lucky for you. And then you connect it with that. It's okay if just a little bit of the body hangs off. That's okay. Even though it doesn't make much sense, but whatever. And you want the body, the shape, I guess you just don't want it to look unbalanced, I guess, because I've seen people who draw Sonic the Hedgehog with these like big spikes, and then all of a sudden his spikes are really tiny on his body. No, it's not a good balance. So you want to have it just about even with the spikes on the body and then the spikes on the head. Even though the spikes on the body have to be a little bit smaller because, it's on the body. Another thing, don't give him a neck. He doesn't have a neck. It doesn't make much sense that he doesn't have a neck, but in a way, I mean, he wouldn't look good with a neck. I mean, what even is that evolution right there? Okay. Anyway, I hope I got everything covered in here. And Toxin, I really do hope this helps you. Just going to go over it one more time. I don't know if it's better if I talk or not. Here. Oh, no. I guess that's about it then, huh? Alrighty then. Well, if this helps you, then I am happy that it did. Terror is very hard to draw. You have to practice a lot before you can actually get the flow of how his spikes work. I could even draw it out with my finger on the air. Huh. Okay. But anyway, enough stalling. I'll see you all in the next video. Gotta go fast. Bye.